What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails into Reverie. Last time we did the Daydream with Wald and Wazi. Just kind of having a day off in Crossbell. Re is not the word I'm looking for. I guess reconnecting with their old gang crews, seeing what they've been up to, and then it ends, of course, with Wald and Wazi being drunk and challenging each other to a fight before Noel steps in and knocks them both out in one hit, telling them to stop causing trouble. So fun little story right there. Now we're going to be diving into this one, Down the Rabbit Hole. I have no idea what to expect here because it has Milliam, Altina, Eustace, and Alisa, so I genuinely have no clue. I don't think I ever watched this one when I played Hajimari. I definitely did do this one before. I do remember the To Your Blessed Future one, but this one I don't know, so let's go ahead and start it. March 6th, 1207, 17 calendar. Okay. So this has to be right before everything kind of got started here. Because it's March 19th where we're currently at in the game right now. Milsante, huh? So what, they just went on a little trip with this group? Just the 5 of them? Oh, I wonder if this is when Milliam first, like, shortly after she came back alive. Or, in a body, rather. Woohoo, here we are. Come on, guys, we gotta move on. No need to shout and bounce every which way. Agreed, calm yourself, Milliam. Aw, come on, it's been so long since I got to stretch out in a human body. Check out the size of that waterfall, it's just like how I remember it from my mission. We should borrow a boat and see how awesome it is up close. It'll be fun. I'm sure it would be, but we're a little short on time here. You do remember why we're here, don't you? Or more specifically, who we came here for, honestly. I know. Oh, there he is. Hi, George. Hey there, Milliam. Glad to see you're doing so well. Thanks for making the time when you're all so busy, guys. Guessing your students couldn't make it, Reen? Yeah, they got their hands full with something else at the moment. Oh! Well, I don't know about Ash, but I'm wondering if this is taking place around the same time as the St. Estrella thing. So is it true you found him? Almost certain of it. Wait, where is he? Don't tell me he's skipping out on this. I'm right here. Oh, Schmidt. Lead the way, George. Show us the hidden sector of the Black Workshop. Down the rabbit hole. I guess we'll see. Well, Milliam? Oh, you're right. Lammy's here, I'm sure of it. Glad we finally found him. I know you've been worried about him ever since you two were liberated from your fates as a sword. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we couldn't talk, but I could tell we'd become one. But when I was brought back, I realized I couldn't sense him at all anymore. And no matter how hard we looked, we couldn't find any trace of him in the Black Workshop's facilities. Nor did the branch campus or guild's investigations turn anything up. I sure wasn't expecting the entrance to a hidden sector to be found here all of a sudden. Do you suppose Father was responsible for this? Most assuredly. Doubtless he intended this gate only to appear upon the White Rabbit's revival. He always did have a wont for the superfluous. I'll bet he figured Albrecht would notice something was up if he put Milliam's body and Ergetlam in the same place. Unfortunately for us, it doesn't exactly make matters easier. I I assume Milliam and Altina's biometrics will be necessary to recover Ergetlem. And I hate to be the bearer of more bad news, but there's a bunch of general-purpose combat shells and Oz Mirage units inside. Right, those things. When it rains, it pours. Definitely not the ideal place to take Milliam while she's unarmed. But what other choice do we have? Don't worry, we'll protect you. Indeed, we have ample strength to keep you safe. We'll do whatever it takes to recover your soulmate and partner, Milliam. And I'll be right here with you. I'll make sure my father's efforts to help you weren't in vain. Wow, you guys. I might put on the waterworks if you keep laying this much love on me. Somehow I knew it'd come to this. Oh, and don't think Milliam has to go in unarmed. She can go with my buddy instead. I've already made the adjustments necessary for her to work with him. Oh, your combat shell, Naglfar, was it? Sounds like a plan. I like that he's a hand-to-hand type, just like Lammy. Nice to meet you. Rammy? Nammy? He doesn't seem to appreciate your nicknames, Milliam. And Nammy is only one letter off from Sammy or Lammy. Making their names so confusing is unnecessary. Is that really the issue here? Well, if you're good with him, you ought to get going, huh? Professor Schmidt and I will guide you through, so make sure to keep your Arcus units connected. Got it? I suppose it's my duty to see the fruits of my first disciple's final labor. Let's make our way inside. Well, now I understand why Alisa's here. And Eustace is just here for Milliam. Alisa's here because it pertains to her father. And then Reen is obviously the chaperone for Altina. What's that noise? Well, here we are. I can literally hear how infested this place is with wild archaisms. Well, I guess that's what it is. But look how far we've come. I'm sure it's nothing we can't handle. So when we actually go in battle, is Milliam actually going to be using George's combat shell? Let's do our best, Milliam. You bet. Hold on, Lammy. I'll be there soon. Wow, it actually does. I wonder if there's going to be something at the end of this where you can actually change, like, which one is being used. Yep, level 90. She can't S-craft though because it's not hers. Oh wow, and it's even George's like craft. That's really cool. Why can't I target? Oh, they're dead. I was like, why can't I target the other one? But it's zero craft though. Well, whatever. You get tiny bits of XP, but it's like nothing that's really... I don't even know if the XP in here transfers to like the normal game.
やっぱり気分がいいものじゃないわね。適正個体は当然排除します。が、なんだかかわいそうになってしまいますね。眠らせてあげよう。僕たちで。 黄昏も黒の攻防も終わったんだよって。
That was quite a number of enemies.
敵発見、制圧します。ブリューナク、僕の番だね。そりゃ
行くぞ。引くぞ。任せるがいい。
うわっ。
さてと、ブリューナク起動、照射。戦闘終了。
Way to go, Lammy. Could you please stop calling him that? I'm just glad she's managing to use Naglfar just fine in combat. No kidding, with a synchronization rate that high, making it through the facility should be a piece of cake. Well, compared to my sync rate with Lammy, this is nothing. Oh, no, it's not your fault. This is where one of those moments where I'm left in awe of the brilliance of combat shell tech. I'm not sure what they're made of to be both tough and flexible, not to mention their autonomous minds. To say nothing of how being connected allows full comprehension of its language. And it's less about language and more about gut feelings. You can tell what they're like super easy that way. Like, Lammy's all laid back, but Nammy's here's a big old marshmallow. Clomos Elias is more composed by comparison, but he still has his softer moments. Well, noted. I'll have to brush up more on the subject. I believe they were designed with the intention of developing the best specs and personality for their partner. I imagine that was partially to prep for their eventual fusion into the sword. Of course, now that the Great Twilight's over, no homunculus will ever need to become a Sword of the End ever again. It's a less than pleasant view of an otherwise charming feature. No kidding. Although it was always clear that Ergutlum was more than a weapon to Milliam. Yup, he's been like a brother to me since the moment I woke up. Oh, but you're still my sister, Tilly, so maybe he's more like a cool cousin that I get along with really good. There's no need to worry about offending me. And after waking up, I got to go all over the place on missions, and I got to meet you all. So in a weird way, I'm kind of grateful to Albridge for making me like this. I see. That's a great way of looking at it. I miss Lammy now more than ever, though. Don't worry, you'll be reunited soon. I studied some combat shells after the war's end, but their internal structure is an enigma, to say the least. No one but the workshop's chief should be able to manufacture them. But if this is a place he left behind, then there's every chance we'll find Ergutlum here. Indeed, if Milliam can sense him here, I don't believe there is any room for doubt. Then let's press on. I'm sure Ergutlum can't wait to see you too, Milliam. Yes, we better not keep him waiting. Yeah, it's like that. We did learn at the end of Cold Steel 4 that it was roughly 6 months until Milliam actually woke up. So, literally mere weeks before the beginning of, or I guess even after the beginning of Reverie, technically, is when Milliam was actually awakened in a normal body again. Not that Milliam was really without a body for that long anyway. I mean, it's still a long time. But in terms of her actually being awake and coherent, it was only a couple months. Because obviously after the events of Cold Steel 4, she went into a sleep until they awakened her again.
行くぞいい任せてくれ
蹴散らせ
Perfect.
キャッホーどの問題
Phew. You okay, Alyssa? Still worn out? I bet. Sure sounds like you worked your butt off in Crossbell to make it in time for the wedding. Wish I could play it cool and say I'm fine. But that'd be a whopper of a lie because, phew, it was not easy. You helped put affairs in order after the war in the Defense Forces occupation, yes? That's right. I oversaw the removal of the soldads and railway guns from Crossbell. My mother was in charge of dismantling Tangram Fortress. That couldn't have been a simple task. That fortress was part of the front line during the war. Uh-huh. Countless others are working tirelessly behind the scenes for Crossbell's independence. But a major condition for realizing that goal was the removal of all that weaponry. Even with Sharon helping me, I barely had a moment to rest. Sounds like it's been rough. Machias and Toa were also in Crossbell. It sounds to me like they were up to their eyeballs and worked as much as you. I don't know how you got all that done in less than a month. There's straight up no stopping you once you're on board. It was a team effort. Besides, I've still got to take care of the military factory, so it's not all done. The one that we're heading to in Lloyd's current story. That said, I feel like I have a newfound understanding of my mother's efforts after seeing her work firsthand. How so? Don't get me wrong, I still refuse to support her decision to mass-produce weapons to support the war effort. It's actually kind of crazy, so shortly after what we're doing here, Alisa then runs back to Crossbell before it gets taken over again. But I'm willing to accept she was trying to make the most pragmatic decisions as Rhineford's chairwoman. Then she really stepped up by offering to cover a good chunk of the reparations as head of the company. Indeed, I've been hoping to thank her on behalf of House Alberea when the time is right. I would have thought her own daughter would have noticed something so blatantly obvious sooner. She's been expert in negotiation, operations, foresight. She discovered faults in Gwyn's entrepreneurship even as a student. The Rhineford company would only be half the company it is now without her. Though it feels to me like Franz's passing that put her working habits into overdrive. Maybe she just wanted to protect the place where she'd spent so much time with him. Might be onto something, but you'll never catch her admitting it.
ラインフォルトにとって今は試練の時。同時に新たな第一歩でもあるでしょう。今後はあなたにも第4開発部室長としてさらなる成果を出し続けてもらうわ。せいぜい頑張ってみなさい。私たちの娘として恥ずかしくないようにね。
That's a way to put it. I don't think I'll ever be what she said she is, but that won't stop me from doing my best all the same. Well, we'll be right here to cheer you on. And you know I'm here for you. I'm gonna live it up big time as my way of thanking your dad for giving me the chance. I'll see that she does. So this is literally just like run forward fight, you know, little story here and there. It's kind of nice.
50% 復旧したようだがペースが遅いな。さっさと目的地にたどり着くがいい。
無茶言わないでくださいよ、博士。
Yeah, right?
隊員の商業祭じゃないんですから。すまなかった、リン君たち。慌てず慎重に攻略を進めてくれ。
了解です。お二人も以前みたいに戻ってよかったな。
I do like it, yeah, it's a good thing. But it is funny that he is treating it like it's the keep all over again. Do pick up the pace.
お、なかなか強そうだね。
More of them.
バトルスタート。ブリューナク起動少々。
いいだろう。ひざまずけ。せいや今だ。スキャリ俺の番だな。引くぞ。
Just one left.
僕の番だね。そうね。さてとそれ。
俺の番だな。見たか八王が。
Time for another dialogue. You aren't overexerting yourself, are you, Milliam? I'm fine. You're such a worrywart, Eustace. Shows just how much you love me. I regret ever asking. She really hasn't changed a bit. It's difficult to believe she's only had her body for 10 days. Man, I was so surprised when you told me I was sleeping for half a year. You guys were crazy busy while I was out, too. There was much to do, to put it lightly. It took a lot of work to get the Empire and Crossbow back in order. Then we had to bring you back, attend the royal wedding. So that means at some point in the last 10 days was the actual wedding. Because obviously we saw Milliam was there at the wedding. But now it feels like we're back to something resembling normalcy. Yeah, finally. Regrettably, however, there are some things that will never be normal again no matter how hard we try. Now that the world has begun to calm, it's only a matter of time before Rufus's trial begins. Oh, that's right. He's being held in Oryx's fort now, isn't he? I still can't believe he agreed to assume all responsibility for the entire war. If anyone should take the blame for it, it was his choice to make Reen. The least we can do is respect it. I visited a number of times these past 6 months. I feel like he's gradually been returning to his old self. I believe that is in part to telling him how I truly felt at the Imperial Fortress. I'll never be able to thank you all enough for giving me that chance. I'm just happy we can help. I have no idea what will become of House Alborea or the Fort Great House as a whole in the days to come. Perhaps the words my brother spoke when he became Governor General will prove true, and the class system as a whole will fail. But whatever happens, we got your back. She's right. I'm sure the Empire's hardest days are yet to come. But as long as we're together, we'll get through whatever happens. My classmates are here for you as well. Yeah, so don't you worry about a thing. I got hugs and unlimited supplies. Anytime you need someone to lean on, I'm here. Don't you forget it. I'll keep that in mind. I did not expect to be made aware of my own inexperience by Milliam of all people. She's really grown. Or perhaps she deserves me treating her less like a child. Why the weird stare, Eustace? Oh, I see. I get it. I know I'm a babe, but you don't have to be intimidated by cuddling. I don't bite. Strike that. You still deserve it. Deserve what? Never mind. Let's keep moving. Sounds good to me. He was almost going to treat her more like an adult, but not quite yet.
Haha, ついてるな。
クーちゃんもなかなかやる。今回とは関係なくまた遊びたいね。ミリアムさん、今回の当事者なのにのんきと言いますか。
まったく、少しは緊張感を持つがいい。
Definitely not gonna happen. Alright, let's see what awaits us in the depths. Really was like, it really is like doing a keep trial. Look, there's a big room at the end of it all. Oh. Lammy. Sure about that? It doesn't look like the Ergetlum I remember. It's his core, to be specific. I can also tell that it's him. The long-awaited reunion is finally at hand, huh? His soul is still present, so yes. Once Milliam authenticates herself biometrically, she should be able to reactivate him. Yep, there's not a moment to waste. Milliam, wait! Got a bad feeling about this. A Soldat? What happened? What? No way. A Melgaea Zalber Soldat. It must have been abandoned here. Unfortunate, but let's take it down. Let's save Ergetlum, Clummus Elias. I'll be right there, Lammy, just a little bit longer.
強そうだね。でも面白そう。プレイ。助かります。私の番です。
I was gonna say, Reem should have called in Valimar, but right. He can't. No more Valley, bro.
さてと。ブリューナク起動。照射。
And because of no more Valimar, that also means even their normal Soldats, they can't just call in whenever. The Soldats would need to be nearby. Getting there.
起動フラガラッハ。やったな。
おのれ。
はーい。全力でいくよ。ぐるぐる突破。崩したよ。追撃します。 これで終わり。
Take that, Mega Soldat.
えへん。アーミークーガーの勝利だね。まあ手応えは悪くありませんでしたね。や各種ステー
Yeah,
タス。
thanks for the level up. That isn't really a level up.
や
Because obviously we're like in the 110s. That will no longer be a problem. Yeah, luckily for us it was unmanned. And now that that's done, Milliam. Right. Oh. Yay! Lammy! Aw. It's you. It's really you, Lammy. So glad to have you back. I'm happy, and they're playing the sad music too. I'm happy for you, Milliam. As am I. All's well that ends well.
どうやら無事にたどり着けたようだね。
Alice's father? Or a recording of some kind left? Whoa! Isn't that...
父様
I apologize if my appearance startled you. This is only a recording, I'm afraid. One I pieced together before Alberich, when I was still myself. I'm afraid I may end up rambling from time to time as a result, but you'll have to forgive me. Oh. It's like that projection technology that Tio once used. I presume you being here means that you are fully back to normal, Milliam? What a relief that is. Now that you and Altina are freed from the Twilight's burden, you can finally live the lives you deserved all along. You can now grow as human beings, completely free of the limitations you were subject to before. I hope you will take this chance to learn, love, and experience all the world has to offer, now that your lives are your own. They really are ours now. I always thought it was weird how we never got much taller, but maybe that's a thing of the past now. Hope you're ready. Oh my god. Ready for my insanely huge boobies uses, because they're gonna be busting. If only you were half as much concerned with your mental maturity as you were your physical. I apologize for never becoming a first disciple worthy of you, Professor Schmidt. I'd hoped to leave you a better capstone project before moving on to my own, and to this day I regret I could not. But I have no doubt that your other disciples, Makarov, George, Tita, will go on to circle laps around my accomplishments. I hope you'll support the next generation as well as continue to be the pinnacle of excellence they should strive to follow. May you live only the longest and happiest of lives. Wow. I have my doubts as to whether they'll ever equal you, never mind surpass you, but you always were a dreamer. I'm with the professor on this one, but that won't stop me from trying. The last thing I want is for my own laziness to prevent me from standing tall with the rest of us engineers. To Alice, I'm sorry for what I put you through. My actions have forced you to endure losing your father not once but twice. But you have grown so much, and I know you have the strength to overcome that loss. May your life be bringing you a joy shared by your mother, grandfather, Sharon, and everyone who loves you. Your happiness matters to me more than anything else in this world. Father, I'll be okay, just knowing you were thinking of me this much is enough. Haha, what did I tell you? There I go with my rambling.
最後に一つだけ忠告を残そう。技術を生み出した者がこの世を去っても技術そのものがなくなるわけではない。そしてどんなに素晴らしい技術だとしても使い方次第で災いを招くのは同じだ。だけど黄昏を乗り越えた君たちなら何があっても大丈夫だと信じている。アリサ、リン君、他の皆も。
There you have it. Father, he's gone. Quite the Herculean task to leave us with. Perhaps it's the duty that falls on those of us fortunate to live on. Suppose you're right.
ありがとうみんな。ここに来られてよかった。また父様に会うことができたから。
そうか。
シシシ、僕もガーちゃんと会えてよかった。ありがとね、ユーシス、あーちゃん、リーンにアリサも。それからグーちゃんもね。これにて一件落着ですね。
Seems that way. Upon leaving the workshop, the entrance vanished without a trace. The group then met with their friends to tell them what had transpired. Each one celebrated a long lost companion safe return. Well, there you have it. Down the rabbit hole end. That was nice. Obviously, like, I'm sure ideally it would be nice to just see all of this as part of, like, a main story. But this is almost kind of better. You get to specifically see certain things you're interested in. I personally like to know everything, but I'm sure some people only care about, you know, specific things. But, yeah. So, we have one more story-based daydream to do. And then, of course, we have the 2 daydreams over there to check out, which we'll also do. But next time we'll go ahead and finish this last daydream, story-related daydream we have next time, which is the Olivia and Shara one. Obviously, probably having to do with their marriage and whatnot. So, that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.